is implicated in this massive Armageddon that's happened on the planet.
You're the one who unleashed hell on us all!
Anything that's man-made can be completely destroyed. And now I can completely repair it. But as you can see, our time limit in the upper right-hand corner, and it's just go around and try and cause as much destruction as possible.
So that was a little bit of Ruin mode. Next up, we're going to show our 4-player online co-op Infestation mode. We have a 4-player co-op mode called Infestation. It's we've got 2 different types of gameplay with that. It's there's a standard survival mode, you and 4 guys in this destructible environment, wave after wave of enemies coming at you to attack you. We've also got a version of that that is defense. You'll be playing with 3 other friends as 4 these unique 4 characters that kind of, as Darius is going along in his journey, these guys are kind of on the peripheral, helping to save a water treatment facility or going in to clear out the bad guys, and so it just kind of keeps everything cohesive to tell our larger story.
Right now we've got our 4 guys here playing a survival map. It's pretty simple. We're sending out wave after wave of enemy. You have to sit here and defend yourselves, stay alive. Every single person here has a different nanoforge ability, so you've really got to work together with your teammates to survive the increasing difficulty of the waves of enemies that were thrown at you. You can also see over here on the right-hand side, every player has a set number of lives. We've got a revive mechanic so that if a teammate goes down, you've got to hurry up and get over to him so they don't lose a life. Once everyone runs out of lives, the map's over, you've got to start all over. The other thing we have is a defense mode. That's a map where we give you one building or a series of buildings to defend while enemies with destructive weapons come in and try and level it. So you've got to use your destructive capabilities against the enemies while at the same time using our repair functionality to keep everything healthy. So this character that we're seeing right here is Frank Winters. You'll see him in the single-player mode. He's one of Darius's old Red Faction buddies. He plays a pretty big role later on in the campaign. One of the cool things about Infestation mode is that the maps are kind of telling a parallel story to what's happening in the single-player campaign. And so as you progress through the single-player campaign, you might see familiar-looking areas as you progress through Infestation mode, because we're trying to kind of flesh out the world and say, here's what was happening while Darius was off doing his mission. Here's something that was happening elsewhere on Mars. So all the weaponry here is the same thing you'll find in the single-player campaign. We've got the magnet gun, we've got the phase plasma cannon, we've got our plasma beam. Whatever you unlock and find in single-player, you'll also be able to use in co-op Infestation. There's no restrictions on anything. The other unique thing that we have is the upgrades that you purchase and unlock through the single-player campaign. Those will transfer over into co-op mode. So if you spent your hard time and all your salvage on a really cool new nanoforge ability, that's going to be available to you once you start playing Infestation mode. As you progress through the waves, what will happen is those abilities that you've bought will then unlock as you get to progressively more difficult levels.
So that was a little taste of Red Faction Armageddon. We're really looking forward to getting it into gamers' hands May 31st in North America and June 3rd worldwide.